I'm here with Lazara Martinez, and Lazara, you are an amazing woman. I could tell the moment I met you. But just the light in this place, how everybody that's here just has such a great time, and it just feels like you're home when you walk through the door. How did you end up doing this?
Well, it started as a partnership, and I became the sole owner in 2016. And it was always the idea of a house concert, you know, a small place where we can all gather. And I mean, we're now using amplification because we want to bring the sound out to the front room and to the patio when we open the patio.
Right.
But originally it was just acoustic music. And that's what happened. It's a very small space and people sit at the same level as the musicians. So people like that. There's no separation.
Right. It's very intimate.
Very intimate.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the idea of a small music house, you know, it's an art house.
That's what it felt like, a house concert. When I was out west, I used to go to house concerts all the time. My friends would have them. They'd have some great musician come in and we'd all just bring food and drink and hang out at their house and listen to great music. And that's what it feels like here, very homey, very relaxed. What was your passion behind doing this project?
Well, I'm a violinist
myself.
I was born and raised in Havana, Cuba. I went there to a music conservatory for 11 years. So from age 8, that's what I knew I was going to do. I was going to be a musician. And as a musician, the music is my passion. And we all musicians know that it's hard out there for us to get a nice venue, a concert that everybody wants to hear, a venue owner that treats us right. My main goal was to make this space also a home for the musicians. I used to open the concerts reminding people that it is a listening space, that we don't talk during the performance.
I loved that, by the way, when I was sitting there, that people weren't talking all through the music, because that is one of my pet peeves. You go out to hear music, and I know people want to socialize and have a good time, but there's a moment to talk and a moment to listen.
Did you wonder why no one was talking?
It was wonderful. I was like, this is heaven. Nobody's talking. I can hear the music and totally immerse in it.
Yes. I mean, we do a lot of jazz. It just happened that there are a lot of jazz musicians in Buffalo. But any band that approaches me, if they're good, they go. I have a concert that I'm performing on June 4th with a very old friend from grammar school in Havana, Cuba. He's a pianist, Michel Ferre. He will be doing the piano, I'll be playing the violin, doing some of my loops. It's a new project that I started last year, and I called it Havana Loops. And I just play the violin, and I play numerous small percussion instruments like clave and guiro and cajon and, you know, bells and shakers, and I just have a party on my own.
That's wonderful. Lazara, these photographs are beautiful.
Yes, indeed. They are.
I see a few friends up here.
Yes. All musicians that have played here, and they are from Jack Suck. He's a local photographer. He claims that he's not professional, but who's professional,
exactly.
Right?
Now, you did some music during the time of COVID with some friends from around the world, right?
I did there's a piece that I always liked from Chick Corea, Armando's Rumba, and he just passed away a couple of months ago.
Yeah, sad.
Right after, actually, I decided to do this. So I talked to my friend Michelle, who's coming in on June 4th. I said, would you do the piano with me? I record the video, I recorded it here, and you just put the piano to it, and he did it.
That's
great.
And
it sounds fantastic. And I want to talk about Pausa as a community support center almost. It's been very special, especially during this past year with COVID. You know, you just don't expect people to show you so much appreciation and support. Right. Sometimes you just say, yeah, they come and they love the music and they like the wine and the beer, but with COVID and as people saw how hard it was getting for all the businesses, I don't call Pausa clients just customers, I call them supporters. Because if you support live music nowadays, you are a supporter. If you come more than once, you are a supporter.
What a beautiful focus that to think of someone, if they come more than once mm-hmm. as they go out to hear live music, that they're a supporter. Mm-hmm. And it's not only important for the community, for the musicians, for the club owners, for those trying to support live mm-hmm. music, because for you it's not about money, it's mm-hmm. a passion to mm-hmm. really create this atmosphere and support live music. And you know, to think of yourself as a supporter mm-hmm. because you love going out and yes. you know, mm-hmm. supporting the clubs and the mm-hmm. musicians, it's a great mindset for someone to think in that way mm-hmm. because then they become more passionate about sharing, about making sure yes. that they go out on a night mm-hmm. where maybe it would be easier just to kick back and watch some TV or do something exactly. that they actually make the effort to get dressed, to go out mm-hmm. to a club and to sit down and hear a wonderful live band. And there's nothing like it. Mm-hmm. Like when a band is in the groove, I remember this back in my old music days as well, you can feel it. When everybody is in that groove, they all know mm-hmm. what they're going to do, mm-hmm. who's going to take the ride, who's going to do what next. And it's like everybody's connected through the music. And it's not just that way with the musicians, but it's everybody in the club. When there's that electricity going on, and you can literally feel it, it's palpable.
And I love it when people come here for the first date, you know? I like it when women come alone because they feel safe sitting yes. here alone, you know? They just come and sit and they actually, many times they have met someone. We have a couple of people that have met here and they're Ooh, still together, you know?
Nice. It is. This is the kind of a venue where I would feel comfortable just showing up by myself. And you're not awkward because everybody's talking and you're out of that loop. Mm-hmm. Everybody's listening and you're part of the whole.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, what you've created is absolutely magical.
Thank you.
I'm so moved by it.
Thank you.
And I thank you too. Thank you for this interview and thank you for what you've created here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us today on this magical ride into passionate living. Join us each week on Tuesday and Thursday evenings at 8 and Sunday mornings at 11. Plus, you can view segments of our show on YouTube at passionateliving.tv or on our website at passionateliving.com. Our goal in producing the show is to inspire you to live your dreams, as your journey will end up affecting the world around you in a powerful way. We hope you'll join us each week as we journey into the realms of passionate living. Until our next adventure, remember to take at least one baby step to bring you a little closer to living your dreams.